Good evening, everybody. Today we have a special guest, a guest speaker, Namrata Chawla, with us, and she will be talking about visualization technique, how to realize things through visualization technique, and how to heal, and how to let go of the things which you don't want, and how to attract all the good things in your life just by visualizing. And more about this, she will be talking. I'll just give brief introduction about Namrata Chawla. She is basically from Haryana, Karnal, Haryana from India. And one interesting thing about her is she is blood relative of Kalpana Chawla, who was a most successful astronaut. I am very happy to have Miss Namrata Chawla today here. She is a Reiki master and a motivational speaker. She is conducting workshops of Reiki as well as angel connection, angel masters, angel class also she is conducting. And also doing the tarot card reading as well as tarot card workshops. If you are interested to learn Reiki, different levels of Usui Reiki and tarot card reading, angelic healings, about other healing modalities and self-development, you can contact Miss Namrata Chawla. And I request Srimati Namrata Chawla to start the session.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Namrata. So I had been in this journey since 6 years, I think by now. And I will give a little introduction how I manifested things in my life. So what happened in 2017, my visa of Canada was rejected. So I was really depressed because whatever you fear inside you, that will come into your reality if you don't let go of that fear, if you don't heal that fear. So in 2018, I think no one can get that, but in 2018, I got visa again of Canada within 4 months. It was of 10 years visa for me and my son. So I manifested that because I had no other option else than getting positive about that. So any of you who knows what is visualization? Any of you who knows what is
All are new.
visualization?
Nobody is responding. It's new for all.
It's new.
Whatever
So
you say, that
visualization.
we consider as your Vedavakku and we consider as the visualization technique.
Okay, I can't share the screen, right?
You don't have the option. You just try.
Huh? No, it's saying only the host can share in this meeting.
Oh, sorry.
Meeting.
Please, the host here. 1 second. I'll just share. Once. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you just check.
Yeah, I can. I will start. So can you check? Can you see?
Yes, it's clear.
So what is visualization? See, everyone has a different meaning for visualization and everyone thinks different when it comes to visualization. So what I think visualization is, according to me, visualization is a technique which connect your desire to subconscious mind. What happens, there is a conscious mind and there is a subconscious mind that Shri also talks about a lot in his previous workshops. What happens whatever is our dominant mind, that will attract that thing. For example, if I want a car, and if I want a car of, for example, 20 lakhs, and I think that, oh my god, I don't have so much money, right? What happens, my mind will keep on affirming that, my mind will keep on thinking about that, oh my god, I can't afford a car more than of 10 lakhs, 5 lakhs, and something like that. So when you desire something, that desire firstly should go inside your subconscious mind. You should believe in that desire can come true. There is nothing in this reality that for you can't come true. Why is that? Because you are the creator of your own reality. Sometimes someone calls us and we tell them that, oh, we were thinking about you. Why that happens? Because from your subconscious mind you are sending that person a signal, and you are not so much obsessed with that thing. And when we are obsessed with that thing takes time to manifest, right? So second point is, make it your reality in present moment. For example, if you want a new car, a new house, you will not keep on thinking, oh, I don't have that, oh, I want that. You will start feeling that thing, that you are already living in that house. You will start talking to your friends, you will start talking to other people about all these things, that, oh, I have that car, I'm already driving in this car. If I will have that car, we will go to certain place and certain trip, we will plan a trip. So that is the confidence you develop after you want to manifest something in life. So I will also tell you something, that there is a difference between these two things. When you want to manifest something in your life, that comes from your subconscious mind, because subconscious mind is also related to your desires, your past life, and all those things. And when your ego wants it, for example, if for your highest good, it's good to manifest a car which you can afford, and with a loan also, it would be of 15 lakhs, maybe not 20 lakhs, if you want a 20 lakh car. So you should always listen to your inner child and your intuition when it comes to manifesting something in your life, right? Because the thing is, when you want to visualize something, that desire should always be in connection with your soul. If it is not in connection with your soul, that desire will either take a lot of time to manifest, either it will not come into your reality. Is it clear till now?
Yes.
So you can see here a picture, a lady standing in front of, she wants so many things. She wants so many things. She wants someone to message her. She wants a text from someone. She wants dollars, a lot of dollars. She wants to manage her time. She wants to manage her loan. She wants to pay her bills. So what this picture tell to all of you, this picture tells that there should only be one and one desire. There is a book called One Thing that talks about one thing, that you should at one time focus on one thing. What happens when we learn a certain or specific kind of thing in our life, or a new technique, we are so much interfered with our mind that we don't even think that we are trying to manifest so many things. When I started this journey, what happened, I wanted to manifest a cup of coffee with my friend. So you should always start with small things. Always start with small things. Why? Because it is easy for your subconscious mind to manifest those things. For example, if I tell you that you will, if you want to attract tomorrow 50 crore rupees, for most people it will be impossible. Why? Because you have not taken certain steps towards that. First step is manifesting small things, like if for example for you 5,000 is a limit for manifesting, you should start that. For you, a cup of tea or coffee with your friend is a manifestation, you should do that. For you, if paying a small amount of bill is manifestation, you should do that. For you, attracting a text from a specific person is a manifestation, you should always start small. For example, if someone wants to get married to a specific person, and that specific person also has a feeling for that person, so you shouldn't dream about getting married to them. What your next step should be, that you should firstly manifest a text from them, then manifest a love message from them. I'm just giving you example. It can be taken again with manifesting a good weather. That is possible because we all are the creation of God, and we all are in ourselves God. That's what I believe in. It's only shown in images that God doesn't have any. We think that we have bad habits, so we can't be God and all those things, but that is not true. What is truth? That you are the creator of your own reality. If you talk something bad about someone, that will be manifested in your life. If for example someone is talking about their husband, right, so what will happen? They will start manifesting that in their life. Why will that happen? Because they're talking a lot about them. They're talking a lot about their husband. They're talking a lot about their lover. Oh, she doesn't take care of me. So that thing is going in your subconscious mind. That thing is being stored in your subconscious mind. I'm not saying that you have to be positive all the time. I'm not that kind of a coach or person who will suggest you this thing. Take small steps. Like baby, firstly, they start crawling and then they start learning how to take steps, right? So we should be like babies. We can't ignore the negative things we think about us. We think that someone is thinking that about us, that comes into our reality. Why? Because we are sending from our subconscious mind a signal to that person that okay, maybe they are thinking 1% or 5%, but we are sending a signal 90%. We are sending a signal, okay, that person is thinking that about me. Maybe your kids are not listening to you. That can also be a possibility. So what happens when we start talking about certain people and certain things and we say they are behaving like this, we are manifesting that in our reality. If you stop talking about that, for example, if you meet a specific person in your life 2 years back, maybe that person has changed. How do you know? The last time you met that person, your idea or your experience with that person was not good. So for you, you are still carrying the same image of that person in your mind, right? It will not change until you again meet that person. So next time you met that person, maybe that person has improved a lot and you see that they are into whatever technique they're applying, they're so positive. So your mind, again, you stop talking to that person for 3 years, you will have an image of that person, a new image of that person, that that person is positive. They are applying certain technique in their life because you're holding that image of past. So you should always talk positive about what other people are thinking about you, or what. See, all of us are born with the negative and positive. Wherever negative exists, there positive also exists, right? Where positive exists, negative also exists. In order to come out of duality, that is another topic, we have to rise our level of consciousness beyond all things. But when for example, if you are having a husband or a wife and you think that she's not good, she's not doing her work, she's not doing, you're manifesting that by thinking those things again and again and again and again and again. So that will be stored in your subconscious mind. If she does something good also, you will not be able to see all those small things. Why? Because you have already stored all the negative images of your wife or husband in your subconscious mind. I have attracted a lot of things in my life through visualization. I attracted a specific text from specific person. I attracted a visa to Canada, as I told you. Even I made a vision board that I will talk with you. So through that vision board, I wasn't aware that I will be going in this airplane, in this flight I will be going. I even visualized, and in my vision board I wrote that I will be going in this flight. It was Air Canada. So when I came back from Canada, I was really shocked that I visualized 99% things in my life. 99% thing. Imagine that is a big amount, and it took me a lot of time to overcome all the negative things. But with time, what I did, I applied certain techniques, and with that, I overcome those negatives. So I told you earlier that it depends a lot on you what you are manifesting. Either it's what is the dominant, the positivity about that specific thing you want to manifest in your life, that is that is positive, or you think that you can't manifest, that is negative. So what is dominant, positive or negative? That depends on a person to person. So here we are talking about how to visualize your desire. Accept that you have the power to create your desire. See what happens, that when we start manifesting something, we start visualizing. What happens with that? There are two things. First is that we think that we can't create all these things. Oh my God, I'm not good with visualization. Doesn't matter. Some people are good with visualization, some people are not good with visualization. That doesn't matter. The thing that matters is your desire, the emotions that are behind that desire, right? You have emotions behind your desire, and those desires and those emotions are there for a reason. You came here with certain or specific emotions and desires for a specific reason, right? Second is reframe your belief into positive affirmation. So what happens when we want to manifest a new house, new car, or we want to manifest a soulmate in our life, or we want to manifest a good relation with our husband or wife, that is also included in this. What happens? Our belief of that thing is so negative that we are unable, negative affirmations I call this. I'm not good enough, I can't do this, my husband is like that, my wife is like that. um so what happens? I can't afford expensive house. So universe is trying to send you something, and universe always say your wish is my command. And if you say I can't afford that thing, what happens? Universe say okay, fine, you can't afford that thing, let that be your reality. Because universe always say that whatever you wish, that is my command. You have to take baby steps to change your, to reaffirm your beliefs into positive affirmation from negative. For example, if I think that I'm not, I will give you a small example with this. When I got an opportunity 3 or 4 months back of a news channel. So when I got an opportunity of news channel, I was so negative. I thought that maybe I can't do this, maybe I can't hire a reporter, maybe I'm not good with business, because that was something new in my life. That's why. So with time, what happens? I start affirming that I'm good person, I'm good in business, I'm good in that. What happens? If you see my videos now, you will know that I'm the best reporter in my own area. Why that happened? Because I retrained my mind to believe that I can do that. In order to manifest anything, you have to overcome the fear behind that. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, it's clear.
So third, huh?
If any of you have any doubts, need any clarification, please feel free to ask.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
unmute yourself and ask.
No, ma'am, it's very clear. Thank you.
So the third step is sit in visualization. There are two kind of visualization that we will talk in 5 or 10 minutes. You have to sit in visualization. You have to calm down your mind firstly. What our mind does, our mind has a habit of talking a lot of negative. That is, I don't think that talking about negative is bad. He says that I'm not good enough and all those things. I don't think all those things come to surface in order to heal. That's what I believe in. So you have to daily sit at least for 40 to 60 days, till the time you will know, your intuition will tell that after this specific period of time you have to stop this visualization, because you have given enough energy and enough time to this visualization in order for it to get manifested, right? So every day, at least for 60 days, you have to sit for visualization.
For how many minutes?
We will do a specific visualization technique afterwards.
Yes,
You can
ma'am.
apply that in your life, right?
Right.
It depends on, ma'am, it depends. Like some people like to visualize for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. The more specific, I will also like to include one thing here. The more specific you get with the color. For example, I tell you I wanted to manifest a new car, but I was not specific with the color. So the universe will take charge of that. I suggest that you have to be specific with each and everything, with the color, with the design, with the home. If you want a new house, you have to be specific with each and everything in that house. How many rooms will be there, what color will be there, what all things you want to change in that house, or you want it like that only, what colony will be it, where will it be. So it depends. So the main thing that people lack in visualization is that they think that they can't manifest that thing, right? Why they think that they can't manifest that thing? Because they think that they don't deserve. That is the subconscious belief. They think that they don't deserve. Either it's attracting a soulmate, either it's attracting a new house, either it's attracting a new car or anything. They think that they don't deserve it, right? So you have to keep on checking with yourself that how much you think about yourself that you deserve this thing, right? For example, if it's a house, do you think that you deserve this house? If I told you to buy a 20 crore land somewhere, do you think you deserve that? No. So there is a specific limit. With time, you have to increase that limit. With time, you have to increase. And I will also tell you one thing here, because I'm into spirituality also. So I will tell you, don't get so much obsessed with things. Manifest it and let it go. Let universe find ways to. I wanted to manifest, I met there was a girl I met in mountains, I think 3 or 4 years back. And can you imagine that I didn't have her number, I didn't had her Facebook ID, I didn't knew her ID of Facebook or her name also, anything. And I manifested it for 1 month that I'm a friend with that girl. What happened after that was that that girl found me on Facebook. I don't know how she found me on Facebook, and within I think 4 to 5 months, she sent me friend request. So why that happened? Because I let it go. I wasn't so much obsessed with that thing. If I will get obsessed with something, see, whatever you hold tightly in your hand, It will be like you are holding in your hands a hot coal. So hot coals, what will that do? That will keep on hurting you, right? So you are doing damage and harm to you. You have to believe in that desire so much that you manifested that. Fine, now it's up to universe how the universe will make it come into your reality, right? You have to actually stop thinking about that thing. You have to start feeling that you're already living in that house. It all
Namrata,
depends on.
I got one question. Sorry to budge in. When you say let it go,
Yeah.
is it like that 60 days time we visualize daily by sitting down and then
Yeah.
we let it go after the 60 days timeline? Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
So what happens that if you think that that thing is not already a reality in your life, that thing will not attract quickly in your life. For example, if you want a new phone or something, it can be anything. You want a growth in spirituality, you want to heal yourself. So there is a thing called, according to Alan Watts, I'm sorry, I forgot to include it. It's called a backward law. What backward law says, see, I'm telling you all these techniques and visualization technique, maybe there are certain days when you will be negative. If you will try to ignore that negative and suppress it, it will increase with time. You don't have to suppress it, you have to believe, okay, fine, I'm feeling negative today, maybe my negative is dominant today. So you have to let it be there. You don't have to entertain your negative, but you have to let it be there. You have to observe that negative emotion or whatever is coming in your mind. Your mind is telling you you can't desire that, you can't have that thing in your life, right? So the fourth step is allow your visualization to become a feeling. What happens? What happens is that when you feel something, for example, I will give you a very good example. I had a friend who, she's very good with visualization and all those things. And so what happened, she started visualizing a marriage with a specific person and all those things. It was her deepest desire. She was into feelings and all those things. She will feel this thing and all those things. So that came into her reality. Why? What happens when you visualize, there are specific things that you want, okay, that God has given you those desires for a specific reason. So you have to really feel those things, you have to feel those emotions. You're driving that car, you're living in that house, how does it feel? Feeling behind that, you have to really feel that thing, those emotions. Because what happens when you feel those emotions, it goes straight into your subconscious mind and it tells your subconscious mind that it is already in your life. So what happens, if that thing is already in your life, you don't need to manifest anything, right? You're calm with it, either it manifests or not. For you right now, that is not been, that is not into your reality right now. But the thing is that you have to feel that thing already yours. You have to feel. I've seen certain people who have attracted many people in their life, good relationships, good friendships, soulmates in their life, and they have attracted cars, house. How that happened? Because of the feeling and emotions behind that. And you will say that I don't feel this behind, I don't want to attract a new house, I don't want to attract a new car. So that means that that doesn't come in alignment with your intuition. It's sometimes we desire certain things out of our ego, not out of our intuition. There is a difference when you want something out of your intuition and when you want something out of your ego. So I have one very beautiful, I keep on affirming this thing in my life, is that whatever I want, whatever I need in my life, universe always give that, right? Whatever I need, not want. There is a difference between need and want, right? Whatever you need in your life, universe or divine, whatever source you believe in, that will be manifested into your reality. Why will that happen? Because your need is your deepest feeling, your deepest desire, and want is something you want in your life. That is not your deepest feeling, emotions. There are no not so many emotions behind that. But when you need something, for example, if there is a person who need 100 rupees today, that need will be more dominant for that person. Why? Because that person needs that. So I always believe that universe give all those things firstly that you need in your life. If you start manifesting, start seeing what you need, what you actually need, not want comes afterwards, but firstly you have to see what all things you need in your life. Is everything clear? Hello?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Yeah. So
Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask a question.
yeah, sure.
How do you get over negativity that I can't do it? I'm
By
blocked,
not
like,
resisting that negativity, madam,
how do you
that
do
is the thing that we had been taught or our mind resisted. The thing is that, see, I'm not saying that I'm not negative at all in my life. I'm also negative. Sometimes my mind is also negative. So how do I cope up with negativities? By letting it be there. Why would I resist that negativity? That negativity is also a part of me, right? That negativity is also a part of my experience in my lives, right? You don't have to
but,
resist.
but ma'am, what if it's more stronger than the positivity? And how do we handle it?
So you have to take baby steps in order to be positive.
Okay,
You
okay.
have to start taking positive baby steps, like attracting a specific call from a person. You think that person will call you, or that person can call you a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, a gift, a small gift. If I told you that, okay, attract something, visualize something, 20 crores diamond necklace or diamond ring from someone, will you be able to manifest that? No. Why? If I told you attract a 5,000 ring from someone gifted you, that will be easy for you. We have to take baby steps. That's the thing.
Okay,
And
thank you.
you have that negativity also that is coming there. You don't have to ignore it. You don't have, okay, you can ignore it, you can let it be there, but you have to observe that negativity from distance. You have to keep on observing. Okay, fine, I'm negative today, so what? The negative or positive is not your reality. That is a part of you. When we die, this negativity and positivity also die with us. The thing that remains with us is in subconscious mind, all those experiences, right? So try and take baby steps towards, try. If you think that I don't love myself, and if I don't love myself, I'm telling you, that was my kind of a thing like 3 years back. I didn't love myself. I didn't love myself at all. Why that happened, I don't know. But when I started loving myself, what happens? Universe also start testing you. They will send certain people in your life. Either you have a choice to love yourself, or to let those person cross all the boundaries. You have two options. You have to, if you have specific kind of negativity towards yourself, you have to take baby steps. So we will talk about that. How can you take all those baby steps, technique to use for visualization? First is meditation. Meditation, what happens? 5 to 7 minutes, you have to calm your mind. Why calm your mind? Because your conscious mind needs to be calmed down. Your body needs to calm down in order for something to manifest in your life, because that thing is already reality in your life. In order for that thing to be in reality in your life, you have to firstly calm down your conscious mind, and you have to go in specific state, and that specific state will attract those things in your life. So I forgot to include in this the best thing to attract something in your life. You have to think about that thing 5 or 10 minutes before you sleep, and 5 minutes after you wake up. That is the best time to visualize anything, and I'm telling you that thing will be into your reality. But I suggest you starting with small things. Don't go and jump into big things, and don't tell it didn't get attracted in my life. This visualization technique is a bullshit and all those things. But I suggest what happens when you sleep. Before sleeping, 5 minutes are very important. What are you putting in your those time? What are you attracting in your life? For example, if you're thinking about certain thing and that thing will come into your dream, why that comes into dream? Because there is a message that you have sent to your subconscious mind, and that subconscious mind sends you a message through dreams. So your subconscious mind will be active when you are half asleep, like you are about to sleep and you are aware that you are about to sleep. That time is best to manifest anything, to manifest anything in your life. First is meditation, right? Everyone is clear with meditation?
Ma'am, just repeat the meditation, how to start with. You said 5 to 7 minutes, calm down first.
We will do that meditation technique afterwards.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So the second is guided hypnosis. So what is that? According to me, hypnosis is that you can find a lot of guided hypnosis, and that hypnosis, what they do when you sleep and when you're about to sleep, you can play all those. It is related to money, attracting a specific text message from someone, or it's something else, whatever it is. You have to at least listen to all those guided meditations when you're sleeping also. It should play at least for 2 hours, because it should go into your subconscious mind. When you sleep, your conscious mind also sleeps with you, all your senses sleeps with you, but your subconscious mind is active. Your super conscious mind is also active. Super conscious mind is which connects you to divine also. So your subconscious mind is active when you sleep. So if you let it play at least for 1 to 2 hours after you sleep, and that should go on for 60 days, that thing will be attracted in your life. Either it's a guided hypnosis related to self-love, specific home, or something. But you have to remember one thing always and always: you don't have to get obsessed with that thing. If you tell universe, okay fine, I did it, why it is not coming into my reality? So universe will say, okay fine, you don't want it, let it go. Third is vision board. Vision board is a board. You take a board, and what happened with my vision board is, I made a vision board to go through a specific plane, right? I didn't knew at that time when my visa came. I came to know about all this because I manifested all these things. I manifested specific place. I manifested specific air through which I will be going, flight through which I will be going, and a specific flight through which I will be coming back. So 99% out of all those 100% things, 99% things came into my reality. Sri, can you
Mute yourself, please.
Namrata, you please unmute yourself. I muted everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, now only. Please continue.
Yeah. So vision board is a board. You take a board and you write specific things in that. I didn't knew at that time I wanted a visa of 1 year or 2 years, but I took out a picture of 10 years visa of Canada and I pasted it in a vision board. That vision board should be in front of you while you're sleeping, while you're awake. It should be in your room, in front of you. You can post certain specific house that you want. You can do that. Nothing, universe always want best for you. So if you want a specific house, it can manifest into your reality. So I used to see that board every day, and I used to see that board when I used to go to sleep and when I used to wake up. That was the first thing I used to see. So what happened, universe, after 1 or 2 months, through my through people who work in my house, through them, that vision board was kept aside somewhere, so it was hidden. After that, what happened, I manifested 10 years visa. That was a big thing for me because I was expecting 1 or 2 years visa. But when I saw vision board, when I came back from Canada, I saw, oh my god, in vision board it was 10 years, and I went through the specific flight that I wanted, and I came back from the same specific flight I wanted. How is that possible? And those flights are really expensive. Those are expensive. So I manifested 99% things. See, 99% is a big and huge amount. If you are manifesting something with 1%, it can go, because the thing is that you have to let divine also work somewhere, right? So vision board, I hope with everyone vision board is clear. Okay, let's move to,
Madam, actually, madam, one small doubt.
yeah.
Actually, vision board we have to kept one separate board in our maybe in bedroom or like in other space, ma'am.
You should keep it in a place where you can see it daily, at least to 15 to 20 times. You have to
Okay.
paste specific things that you desire in your life.
We
Pictures,
have to
pictures
pictures.
of
Okay,
specific
pictures.
things.
Okay,
Yeah,
ma'am.
a house
Pictures.
or something you want,
Okay,
right?
okay,
You have to paste all those things in front of you, so those things can manifest in your life.
okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Thanks,
vision board can be a diary also.
No, you have, it should be big, so you, when you wake up, you can make a chart also.
Oh, okay. Out
You
of
can
paper, and
make
we
a,
can stick it in the almirah.
yeah, but that should be the first thing you see, firstly in your mind, firstly when you wake up, and that should be the thing that when you go to sleep, you are seeing that in front of you. It should be in front of you. Either I have seen certain people in my life who manifested a specific car. They used to keep that in front of them, like vision board. They made a chart, and it was really, I've seen people manifesting car for that person. It was like, I can never imagine that person can get a car. He was in such circumstances and condition, in situation in his life. So I was really shocked when he told me that he manifested that thing in his life. So you can make a big chart and paste that chart with the pictures of the things that you want in your life in front of you. And when you sleep, that should be in front of you. Why? Because it goes in your subconscious mind. What will it tell? What will be the message it will be giving to your subconscious mind? That, okay, I want this. I want this. It is in my reality. It is whenever you see that vision board, you should always be grateful that it is there. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Got it, ma'am. Thank you.
So the fourth thing is you can use affirmations also. So what are affirmations? What we say to ourselves daily: I'm not good enough, I can't do that, this is that, this is that. We could keep on, my weight is too much, my weight is too less, or I'm not beautiful. Why? Why? That comes into our reality. What we think about ourselves, people also start thinking the same thing about us. They will, because they want us to change our reality about ourselves. And if, for example, if you want to manifest anything in your life, I will give you a very good technique for that. Please write it down if anyone want to write it down. Else then affirmation, there is a word called affirmations. It is AFFORMATION. What is included in that? Instead of using affirmations, it should be affirmations. I don't remember the guy's name who invented this technique, but it is very good. What you have to do in this, we say I'm beautiful. What will your subconscious mind say? If the dominant is negative, what the hell, I'm not beautiful, right? What you have to say is, why am I beautiful? Why? What happens when we say someone, why are you doing that thing? That person will search for answer, right? So why am I beautiful? Why I have this car? Why I love driving this car? Why I love owning this car? Why that person called me? Why I'm having a loving relationship with my husband? You will start searching for answers. Why am I rich? Why am I a millionaire? Why am I a millionaire? Your subconscious mind, once it goes to your subconscious mind, remember, we have to be at least consistent with this thing. What happened with people is they are not consistent, at least for 40 to 40 or 45 or 60 days. You have to let it go to your subconscious mind. Why am I a millionaire? Why am I a millionaire? Why? Your subconscious mind will searching for answer. Why? You will get an idea one day and you will be a millionaire. It can take time. That depends on how your subconscious mind is specific, right? How your subconscious, what is in your subconscious mind? Is it clear with everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So you can use, instead of affirmations, you can use affirmations. You have to start with why, know how, know what. You have to start with why. So when we do why, it will send a certain signal to your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind will start searching answers, right? So next step is journaling. What happens in journaling? I will include the journaling and gratitude in advance together. For example, if you want a specific house in a specific place, you loved it, you liked it. So what happens is that you want that thing in your life. There is a technique called Nikola Tesla technique, I think. So in that technique, what you have to do, you have to write that thing for 3 times in the morning in present tense. And you have to write, I'm thankful to you, divine, that you attracted this and this house. Whatever it is, be specific as much as you want. You have to write it 3 times in the morning, 3 times in the afternoon, 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon or evening, 9 times before going to sleep at night. In a diary, take a specific register for manifesting things. Take a new register, brand new register. So what happens when you're journalizing something, when you're writing something and you're writing in present tense? What happens? What universe say? Your wish is my command, right? Then you write it, and in 60 days you wrote it, and then you forget about those things. You get busy with your life. It will be manifested in your life. Last in it is feel it and release it. So what happens? What is human nature? We want something, we want specific thing in our life. We are manifesting, we are doing affirmation, vision board, guided hypnosis, meditation, journaling. You only choose one out of this. What happens is even if you are doing a gratitude in advance, you're speaking it, I'm grateful that I have this beautiful house. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. You can say that. So what happens in the end is when we manifest, we forget to let it go. And it is like a hot coil that you are holding in your hand, and that can cause a lot of pain to you. You're not releasing it, you're not letting it go. That means you don't trust universe, you don't trust divine in order for it to get manifested. So you should always remember, when you are visualizing something, when you are manifesting something, you have to visualize and manifest for a specific period of time and let it go. And you should have believe in universe that it will come true. Clear to everyone?
Very
Yes,
clear.
madam.
Thank you.
Yes, clear.
Sorry.
Yes, clear, madam. Thank you.
So there are two modes in our mind, and there are two modes which we can say for manifesting. I don't know. There is a receptive mode and active mode in visualization. What is the receptive mode? We simply need to relax, and our subconscious mind already know what we desire, right? Sometimes our subconscious mind desire are so specific that it will be manifested in our life. They know what we want. You have to sit in meditation and let those images come in front of you. You're smiling and you're feeling all those things. That is natural for you. That's why I say you have to always start with small things, because for you will go easily in a receptive mode, and it will help you, and it will help you in taking the baby steps and small steps towards big things. We have to firstly take small steps, right? So when you sit in visualization and meditation, what you have to do? You have to close your eyes. There are two kind of people. First is receptive, who let it come. It is through intuition, your subconscious mind. Again, and second is active mode. What happens in active mode? You actually see those images. You want to train your subconscious mind to see those images, those specific things, in order for you to come those things or those desires into your reality. And what is the difference? For example, if a certain person want to attract a certain person, right? There is a specific person who want to attract their lover. If I tell another person, go and attract that person, that is not possible, because that another person doesn't has a feeling. They don't have a feeling, right? For example, we take A and B. A has a feeling for a girl, and I tell B, go and attract that girl. He will say that I don't have feeling, but A has feeling, right? So both of these are important. You have to really be specific and see what all things are there in your life where you need to be receptive. Right now I am in that state where I'm receptive. I let it come. Okay, my subconscious mind wants it. I know it will come into reality. And with time I came to know that when you reach a specific a stage of consciousness, what happens? You stop actively manifesting, and it is coming. And I already tell people in advance, this will happen and this will happen. They get shocked. How do you know? Yeah, this happened with me yesterday and this is about to happen. Why? Because I'm receptive. I'm in receptive mode. My subconscious mind is in receptive mode. So there should always be a balance between both of them. You have to develop both modes and strengthen them with practice. It is written here, and both receptive and active abilities will be strengthened through practice. You have to practice these both. Some days you have to be in receptive, some days you have to be in active. You have to sit and see, do you really need to visualize certain things, or it is coming on its own? Okay, so what is that receptive mode? According to me, those receptive modes are certain things that divine is talking through. He's telling you that this thing will happen in your life in future. Is it clear? Okay, it's done. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Does anyone has questions? Hello?
No, Namrata, no questions of that.
So we will start doing a visualization, and with that, what will we do? We will calm our mind, and whatever your small desire or visualization is there, I don't know, because it will be really difficult for me to see what person wants what, right? So what we will do, we will start calming our mind with a specific meditation, and then after that you can attract that small thing. Small, start taking baby steps only. Baby steps are really important. People want to jump into being a crorepati and all those things. That is not possible if your subconscious mind doesn't believe in that. But you have to also believe in yourself, this thing that you can create. I think it will take 5 to 7 minutes. I will not stretch it much, or 10 minutes. You have to believe that you can create anything in your life. So when you reach a certain specific stage of consciousness, you rise, things start manifesting easily. You have to really be specific about things you need to think. Negative things also start getting manifested. That is very dangerous state, but as of now, I think for everyone, visualization, we should please close your eyes. We'll do a little bit of uh, visualization. Close your eyes and take deep breaths. It should be from navel. Inhale all the light from universe, and exhale all the darkness. Second time, inhale all the love from universe. It should be from navel. Inhale from navel, and exhale all the negative things you think about yourself. Inhale, third time, inhale from navel deeply. It should be deep. Inhale all the things you want to manifest. All the things, inhale deeply. And exhale all the areas of your life that you think you can't manifest these things. Now visualize that there is a white light coming from sky and entering your head. Let it calm your head. Let it enter your head and calm it down. Your face, your chest, your shoulders, your back, your stomach. Let it enter. Let it enter. That a light should enter your body in order for you to get relaxed. Let it go to your thighs, your legs, your feet, and let that white light go inside the Mother Earth, taking all the negativity. And now visualize that it is coming, bouncing back with all the positivity from Mother Earth. Let it enter your feet, your legs, your thighs, your abdomen, your back, and see it in your heart, that white light in your heart. See that there is a ball of white light in your heart. The things we want to manifest in our life, those comes from heart. Just feel it. It is there. Now visualize a specific thing in your life, whatever it is you want. A cup of tea, visualizing you're holding a specific cup. It is hot or it's cold coffee, whatever it is. See it holding in your hand. Whatever it is, whatever. Small thing, a specific call from someone. See that person calling you. Feel it. That person is calling you. That person is dialing your number. If you want your husband or wife to do certain thing for you or express their feelings for you, see those person coming towards you and expressing their feelings. Keep on getting detailed with it, where you're sitting, where you are attracting cup of coffee, where is it, what is it. Keep on getting details. What is the color of chair where you're sitting, who is sitting in front of you, what dress are you wearing, what are you wearing, what are they wearing, are you alone or with someone. If you are manifesting something with your lover, husband or wife, see what they are doing. How do you feel when they express their feelings to you? What are your feelings? Sometimes you are unable to feel because our negative emotions are strong. So don't worry about that. Keep on visualizing. That is the way to train our mind. Keep on doing that. With it, your subconscious mind will get stronger. You're holding that person's hand. You're in that house that you want. How many rooms are there? What a beautiful house. What a beautiful car if you're manifesting a car. Now we will thank universe for helping you to manifest this in your life. You have to thank universe for helping me manifest it in my life. You're already thanking for things that has attracted. You will thank divine for giving you opportunity for manifesting this. And now you can slowly open your eyes. Does anyone has doubt? No doubts?
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Uh, when you're very distracted, can you do this visualization? I find it very difficult to keep a focus. That is my only problem.
So for focus, what is your good name?
I'm Sangeeta.
Sangeeta, for focus, what you can do is, what happens, our mind has a habit of running here and there. For focus, you can set an alarm in your mind, in your phone, and You can focus for 5 minutes. You start with 3 minutes and then you stretch to 5 and 10 minutes. You start focusing on your breath. It's coming in, it's going out, it's coming in, it's going out. What will happen? It will increase your focus to visualize things. So instead of doing this, the light thing, what you can do for 5 minutes, you can focus on your breath. It will increase your concentration and focus and everything. Because it's our habit to either be in past or future, not in present.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Srinivas, do you have any doubt?
When we want to do visualization technique, whether it can be done for only one thing specific, or we can do it for multiple things together.
No, you should start with one thing in the beginning.
Thank you.
Because our subconscious mind can get confused with so many things. Oh, today I want this, today. That was the problem with me. I have to get specific and all those things. Because when we learn certain technique, that's what I told in the beginning. When we learn certain techniques, our mind gets, we get excited. Oh, I can attract this, I can attract this, I can attract this. So we should start with first one thing, and that should be small and specific. You think that it is easy for you to attract, that should be attracted. No doubts, all are intelligent.
And whatever we are planning to attract, whatever you are scheduling, we should be clear about that. For example, if you are thinking of attracting a soulmate or a partner, life partner or business partner, we should be clear about how that
You
person
should
is.
be clear that these are the certain qualities that person has. But if you haven't met your soulmate in your life and you think that person is not your soulmate and you want to attract someone new, you should write down all those things, that these are the qualities I want in my soulmate, these are the qualities I want in my business partner. So what will happen? Universe will either make you go into a dating site one day and you will meet that person, and then you will exit that dating site. That happens because it is our intuition guiding us to do all those things. Or you will meet a friend of a friend, and that can be a good business partner, and you will think, oh my god, I have written all those things, all the qualities, and that person has all the qualities. So I think no one has a doubt.
I think what we need is consistent practice of it now.
Yeah.
It sounds really promising. Listening to you was really, really good and helpful. I have
Thank you so
been
much.
through a couple of these techniques in past, know them
Mhm.
theoretically, practice them only a few times. But attending to today's sessions has definitely added to my conviction a lot. And I'll really look forward to practice it. Thank you.
Yeah, sure, you can do it. With time, what will happen is that you will be able to visualize, because I'm good with it, because I'm a daydreamer kind of a person.
Right.
So I believe more in subconscious things and the things that can be manifested. So for me, certain colors are not. It's not easy for me to attract certain colors. Why? Because everyone have different qualities. I can manifest things with the open eyes also. Like I was telling Sri that I was thinking 2 days back that I should be talking to him, that maybe I can conduct a free session about something. I was not sure with the topic, and then he wrote about this, and then I thought, okay, maybe
You're
I
very
can
much
guide him.
welcome.
Thank you
Thanks
very
a
much,
lot, Nandit.
Namrata. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much for your energy, your time, energy, and for sharing your knowledge.
It was my pleasure.
Thanks to all of you for attending session,
Thank you,
for
everyone.
involving
do let us know and do write whatever you are manifesting, small things, what will happen. And even it's through a Hopnopno or any other technique, what will happen with that is it motivate other people. Maybe listening to my story, what is the reason I told you my story is that maybe it is you will get excited and you will start believing in, okay, these things are also possible. So you will develop more faith in those things, right?
Can I
Yeah.
can I ask you a question on angels, because something little unusual I had one experience. So I just saw, am I allowed to ask here? Or,
Yeah, sure.
okay, angel numbers, that is 333, that everybody knows. Then 10, 11 years ago, I started seeing like 1212, 3131, like that. And recently, I've started seeing unusual numbers, like if it is 2772, 4334. Are you
So
aware? Is this
yeah,
something
I
very
know. I know what you're talking about. I also see those numbers. So have you
I'm not
met
clear?
have you are you is there a soulmate in your life or something like that?
No, not at all. And I'm not even, sensitive to energy. Like, this is the only thing
Don't
that
say
keeps.
you are not sensitive to energy. Maybe you are sensitive to energy and you don't believe in it, or you're manifesting it in your life. So the thing is that people are mirroring to you right now things like 2772, 1221. That happens
Yeah,
when people are mirroring you certain things that you need to heal in your life. That's why you're seeing these numbers.
it's it's something to heal. I'm being given a message to heal myself, is it?
Like for example, I tell people that I have ego in my life. 5 minutes, give me 5 minutes, huh? I'm coming in 5 minutes. 5 minutes only. 5 minutes, 5 minutes. So what happens is that if I tell someone that this person is again, even that thing happened with me. I told a person that you have ego and all those things, and then I saw 1221 and 7227. So I have to really pay attention to that. Why are angels letting me see those things? And what happened after that, I came to know I have a lot of ego that I worked on it. So they're mirroring to you, they're mirrors to you. Everyone is a mirror to us, to see that what we think about other people, those we think about ourselves. That is the reflection. That's why we see all these numbers.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, because I think you're the first one who could answer to this question.
Welcome.
And recently only I've started seeing this numbers.
It's good if you work with angels also. It's a different topic. So it's very good if you work with angels. I have many experience, maybe another workshop for that.
Please, I would really have booked my seat in that workshop.
Sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you
Welcome.
so much.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, Srinivas sir.
You're most welcome, Sangeeta. Thanks to all of you. Bye bye.
Thank
See
you.
you.
Thank you.
Tata.
Thank you very much.